Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for returning. Please don't forget to share and comment. If you are new, please watch my previous videos. I'm sharing some informative things. So today I want to talk about the difference between China, Thailand and Korea. What's the difference between these countries? Because everyone is like, you are in China. We don't want to know, but you're just in China. But actually it's different. Just like we have South Africa, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Namibia and Swaziland. So there is a big difference, right? So um Thailand is a Buddhist country. They are big on Buddha. They follow Buddha so much. They have a lot of monks. They have a lot of temples, and they have a king. Right? That's the difference. They have a king, where else these other countries have presidents. And then the other thing, they are a bit free. I feel like all these countries are communist, but China tops it with communism. China, they tell them jump. They ask how high must we jump, right? They determine their salaries. They control their social media, and then Chinese people, I just find them very rude. They are overly rude people, and I feel like they are so dirty too. They are loud. They are the loudest as compared to the Koreans and the Thai people. They are very loud, and then they eat whatever. Actually, I've passed in streets where I just see Chinese people, selling snakes and frogs and worms, whatever. So their markets have those things. So they eat whatever, and they have a lot of fake goods. If you are not careful, you can be eating some meat that you don't know, thinking is beef or something. So they have a lot of fake things going on. And then whereas Thai people are quite reserved. They are easygoing. I think I generally like them, but also Thailand is another country that has lots of prostitutes. Like, I feel like they are the biggest contributor of the economy, because they are big. They have a lot of tourists that are coming into the country. The country has beautiful beaches. It has a good vibe. If you want to party, if you want to explore, it has all of that. The food is amazing. So, but yeah, I just didn't like the fact that there are a lot of prostitutes and lady boys. There are so many lady boys in in Thailand. So yeah, these lady boys, actually, they have boobs. They have these injections that they do that they grow boobs, but they actually have a man's pad. This pad, that pad, you know what I'm talking about. So you can't tell. Some of them you cannot really tell that they are lady boys. I remember it was Songkran. This guy was busy dancing. I think he's Canadian. He was Canadian. He was busy dancing with this girl, and the friend was like, "Hey, lady boy," and this guy was like, "Oh my god, oh no, don't touch me, move away from me," because they are so beautiful. These lady boys are actually so pretty. So if you are busy dancing and you are drunk, sometimes you can't see this person is actually a lady boy, and they are smiling. They are very nice to you. So yeah, there are a lot of lady boys there. There are a lot of sugar daddies from these Western countries. They just come there to get the Thai women. Actually, it's easy for them to get Thai women, even if sometimes they cannot hear each other. They just sit together without talking, but they are a couple somewhere. They make it work. I don't know how it works. I'm still like trying to figure that out. I don't know how it works really. You just see them sitting and eating and walking, holding hands. They are not talking to each other, simply because they don't even understand each other. I don't know how they met and linked up, but yeah, it's just it's just that mess. But I really loved Thailand. It just, like, the weather was not so good, And yeah, Korea is another country as well. It's very clean. It's a very clean country, but I just feel like you can't really have Korean friends like that. It's really, really difficult to make Korean friends. They like to keep to themselves. They like to be with their own. Of which I understand, because obviously the language barrier is a big thing, and the cultures are so different, and they just don't know how to behave around foreigners. They don't know. They really don't know how to behave, how to what to do, because you're a stranger. They don't know you. They've never traveled outside of Korea and stuff like that. So yeah, but I don't really find them very, very friendly actually. I expected them to be more friendlier, but they're not really friendly. They're just in the middle. Yeah, I'll just put them in the middle. I find Thai people more friendlier. Chinese people, obviously, you have the very nice, sweet Chinese, and when they are sweet, they are very, very sweet. And then you have these ones that are just rude, and even when they speak, I just feel like they're shouting at each other. But the way they pronounce the words, it sounds like they are fighting, but actually they are just having a nice conversation. And I find them, I just already mentioned, they are really loud. But one thing about Chinese people, they are hardworking. That one, we cannot take that away from them. They are hardworking people. I've never seen people that are so hardworking like the Chinese. They are really hardworking for their country to be the way that it is. I feel like they really deserve it. They did it, right? But yeah, most of the Chinese people, they don't feel so free. They don't feel so free. Some women, when they fall pregnant, they used to go to Hong Kong just to give birth there, so that their kids don't become Chinese. They don't hold their Chinese citizenship because of dictatorship. So you have North Korea and there's China. So North Korea is just on another level. I'm gonna do a whole video about North Korea. The stuff that are happening in that country, I just feel so bad. I feel bad for the North Korean people, and nobody's really paying attention to them. But those people, they don't know what is freedom, they don't know what is human rights. So that's a story for another day. Yeah, Chinese are very, they are very oppressive, but they hide it very well. And I feel like China is also about face. Those people, they want to, face is very important. Don't embarrass Chinese. They want, even their media, they only say good things about their country. They rather put some poor kids from Africa. They'll never show a good side of Africa, but they always make sure that their media says all the good things about their country. So they actually think they are the best in the world. They think they are the best in the world. And for some reasons, I've realized that the Korean people don't like the Japanese people because of the war. Japan, so many years ago, tried to colonize Korea, and yeah, they killed a lot of people. So that hate is still there. The Japanese did the same to China. Actually, the city that I was living in, uh, was the capital of China. It's called Nanjing. Yeah, long time ago it was a capital. So I went to the museum. I actually saw the bones of those people who died because a lot of Japanese killed them. So Korean don't like Japanese. Korean people don't like Chinese. And yeah, Chinese, Koreans, and Japanese, they have a hate thing going on. I tried to ask my students, why don't you like Chinese? They said, oh, they tried to steal our kimchi. Kimchi is like a special meal or special dish for the Koreans. But from history, Koreans are actually from the Chinese. They are like, yeah, they are the same people somewhere, somehow. So yeah, it's just funny. And then they're like, oh, they stole our hanbok. Hanbok is their traditional clothing. So they say, oh, China is claiming our kimchi, our special dish, and they are claiming our hanbok. And Chinese people are so loud. Yeah, that one I can agree with them. Chinese people are so loud. And then they are also mentioning that China brought corona, so they don't want anything to do with China. And obviously they are with America because America is protecting them. They have bases around here. So yeah, so they are rooting for America while China is siding with North Korea somewhere somehow because they are both dictators. So now there's Japan. I've never been in Japan, but I'm sure they also have something to say about Korean people. So is that thing like Zimbabweans don't like South Africans don't like Tswanas, something like that. It's just an example. So yeah, there's this thing, but I realized like some Korean kids really love Japan. Like yeah, they somehow they somehow have some love for Japan, for the Japanese. They've traveled there, they liked Japan, so some actually would like to actually move there. So it's not all of them. So yeah, it's those type of silly things about Japan, China, and Korea. And I realized also the Thai people don't really like Chinese. Actually, a lot of people don't like Chinese. A lot of nations don't like Chinese. So yeah, they say Chinese think they are better than us. I mean, come on, China is the most developed than all of them, I think. So yeah, they say Chinese they think they are better and stuff like that. So yeah, but one thing about Chinese, they're really hardworking. They're still following their culture. They respect their culture. They have their own medicine. They don't really rely on the Western medicine like that. And they've built their countries with their hands from the scratch. And all these developments is because of their hard work. And I always commend them for that. And then yeah, which ones are more friendly? Thai people are very friendly, and then I'll say Koreans, they are just so, and then yeah, Chinese, they are rude people. I think also is the culture. I just don't find them rude. Maybe it's their normal way of living, but yeah, I just feel like there's too much rudeness going on there and racism and ignorance because remember they don't have YouTube, they don't have Google, they don't have all these things. They believe whatever the media is feeding them. So that's my comparison between these countries. I love Thai food more. The Thai food is really good. Korean food is very sugary. Chinese food is very oily, but they have some nice dishes as well, right? Chinese eat hot pot, very spicy food, and then Korean have this Korean barbecue. It's really good. It's like braai that you just sit down and have, you know, while talking over a drink with friends. Actually, it's quite nice. It's quite good, and yeah, economically China tops them all. You know, they've got everything in China actually. And then Thailand, yeah, is still a little bit behind economically. They're still developing. You can see like yeah, the gaps are still there, but yeah, both all these countries, they are good, they are safe. I love the safety, I love the Wi-Fi speed in all of these countries. Apparently Korea has the fastest Wi-Fi speed than all uh than all the countries in the world. So yeah, I don't know how true that is, but yeah, I'm quite happy with the Wi-Fi that I don't have to buy data at time. So that's a nice thing about these countries. Yes, I'm gonna do more videos on this, but yeah, that's all about this video, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to do the Lord's work. Subscribe, like, share. Bye.